I'm here for Boxing Evolution TV, and I'm joined by Derek Chisora ahead of his WBC World Heavyweight title fight against Vitali Klitschko. Tell me, Derek, how is the training going?
Going great. Everything is on perfecto. Everything is good. Everything is amazing. So training is going great. Done the press conference last week. Everything good. I'm going there on the 3rd week of February, and win the fight.
It sounds like you've got it all sorted. Now, you lost your last fight largely down to fatigue, and now you're fighting arguably one of the best heavyweights on the planet. What have you done to increase your stamina?
Depends. What fight are you talking about? Down to fatigue? What fight?
Tyson.
I lost that fight because I wasn't mentally prepared and I was stressed out. But you know, it happens. I gave that boy a career on Channel 5, so I don't complain. He shouldn't complain. I don't complain. But you know what? For this fight, for my last 2 fights, I trained great. You know, last one I got robbed, and this one I don't think I'll be getting robbed because this guy's gonna go down. You going down?
It sounds like you're quite confident, Derek.
I'm always confident. It don't matter what I do in life. I'm always confident. I believe in my ability that I can beat this guy, and everything is going well for us in training. Me and Don and John, so everything is on point. So we're loving it right now.
Now, what weaknesses, if any, do you think Vitali possesses that's going to give you an advantage?
He don't like to work. He hasn't got good work rate. So basically, we're going to be pushing so much pressure. By the time we get to around 8, he's going to be folding.
And you're 28. Obviously, the age gap is quite big. Do you think that's going to play a part in his weakness?
No, you know what? He's a veteran. You know, he's an old school boy. He knows the game. You know, you could never take that off him. He's been in the game since he was young. You know, so he won the gold medal and stuff like that. So he's a veteran in the game, and you know, he's been there before me. You know, and stuff like that. I've only been boxing almost about 8 years now and stuff like that. So he's got more than me. But one thing I got is I'm not scared of him. That's the whole point. You know, I'm not afraid of nobody.
That's a good skill to have when you're getting in a boxing ring, I think, not to have fear.
Exactly. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of anything they got there. So I'm just ready to fight, basically.
Well, you look like you're ready to fight.
I am.
Okay, so like you just touched on Vitali there for a second and his experience. Does that faze you at all?
No, it don't faze me at all. You know, I'm not fazed about it. You know, him and his brother, they bought a bunch of twats. I don't really care. So I'm looking forward to the fight anyway.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about his brother, Vladimir. I mean, you had a fight lined up with him, and twice he's pulled out through injury. And then later he went on to fight here. How did that make you feel?
No, you know what? That's one of the downfalls I had in my fight with Tyson Fury, because I was quite stressed out. But both of them, him and David Haye, I owe them a beating. So when I see David and him, they're going to get beaten, so it don't matter.
Can you see a match being made against you and David Haye at some point?
It don't matter. Either in a ring or outside the ring, David Haye is going to get it.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your career. Now, you've been boxing for 8 years. You've done quite well, actually, considering, you know, such a short time that you've been doing. You're going for a WBC World Heavyweight title. And, you know, like, you've only been boxing 8 years. How has that happened so quickly for you, do you think?
As I say to everybody out there, man, dedication, hard work pays off. So if you dedicate yourself to something you're doing in life, it's always going to pay off. It don't matter how many hurdles you have to jump, but when you go through those hurdles, it pays off at the end of the day. So I carried on, you know. I lost, I came back better, you know, and I just have to thank my mother, you know, because she was the spine of my back. So dedication, hard work.
You've had a lot of support from your family then?
Oh yeah, especially my little nephew, so it's been great.
And what was it like growing up as a child? I mean, was boxing something that you wanted to get into from a young age, or was it something that you just fell into? Or?
That's something I fell into when I was a bit fat. You know, I was fat, so I went in the gym, you know, boxed a little bit, and then I realised I was quite good, and I started boxing.
And here we are. So who would you say your favourite boxer is all time?
I have to go to Muhammad Ali, you know, great boxer, great entertainer, and, you know, the guy was everything into one, basically. You know, some people will say they want to buy a Ferrari and then they make a fake Ferrari without an engine. But Muhammad Ali was everything into one. He was the people's champion, and why he's the greatest, you know, because he came from nothing and he made himself being one of the greatest fighters and one of the most famous human being in the whole world right now.
What do you think the key is to being a fantastic and great boxer like Muhammad Ali?
You just have to do what you love most, and that's boxing, and then the rest will just follow. Yeah.
If you could fight any heavyweight in any area, who would that be?
Any heavyweight in any area? Yeah. For me to get beaten up or for me to win?
For you to win. Or whatever, whichever you... who would you consider it be a privilege? Who would you like to?
I'd like to fight Rocky Marciano, actually.
And why is that?
Because he was an unbeaten fighter. He had the mob behind him and stuff like that. So it'd be great to fight him anyway and see how it is in those days.
There's been quite a lot of hype surrounding your fight. How difficult has it been to ignore that and just focus on what you've got to do?
I like hype. Hype makes the whole game interesting. Hype is boxing. So if your fight hasn't got any hype around it, forget about it. Don't fight it because it's going to be boring. Hype is the whole key of the whole situation.
If you've got a message to Vitali, what would that be?
My message is I hope he's training well and he hasn't got any injuries so he don't pull out like his little brother. And then, you know, me and him will get it on. The world wants to see that happen. So I can't wait for the fight to happen.
I can't wait for the fight to happen. And if there's ever a rematch, would you want that to be in England? Because a lot of the fans I've noticed when I've been researching are actually saying they'd like you two to fight here in England.
Yeah, you know, we got a couple fights, man. The British public shouldn't worry. We got a couple fights. We're gonna get it on. There'll be a fight in London, definitely, 100%. We'll make it happen.
And what about Vladimir? Is that ever going to happen?
That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Vladimir and Vitali is going to happen. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Well, listen, Derek, I would like to wish you all the best for your fight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You've been watching me, Monica Harris, for Boxing Evolution TV.